Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'll be taking a look at this 24-piece assorted float set made by NGT. So here is the NGT 24-piece assorted float set, and it comes with a disgorger in this protective tube. So if you're new to fishing, or you're on a tight budget, or you just want to buy a cheap set of floats and you don't want to spend too much, then this might be the way forward for you. So you've got a convenient carry tube and pretty much all the floats you'd need for float fishing. So I've had a look online. If you'd like to buy this product, I'll leave a link, my Amazon link to it, down below in the description box. It can be bought in a couple of different brands, NGT, DNA and Angling Pursuits, and they all seem to be pretty much identical. So I'll leave links to those also. So as I say, it comes in a really handy little tube, and it's got a clear plastic so that you can see the floats inside. Either side of the tube you see that orange sponge. There's orange sponge circles cut out that are added to each end of the tube so that it's protected in transit. Really handy idea, and it's even got like a little hanger on the end here. If you want to hang them up, I suppose if they're in a shop they would hang up on this bit, but you could use this to hang them up in storage maybe. So really nice idea. I like this idea because in the 90s I bought a very similar set from the Argos catalogue here in the UK. I think it was called the Clegg Collection. Very similar idea, and it was in a tube, carry tube, and it had all the general floats that you might want to use when starting out as a beginner float fishing. So ideal for someone starting out, or somebody on a tight budget, somebody that just doesn't want to spend too much, or somebody that just wants the full set in one go and they don't want to build up their collection of floats. Compact, useful. I have kept floats in a tackle box, but they tend to rattle around quite a bit and they get damaged, so keeping them like this is probably a good way to go. So it's protected either end, you can pull off either end. This is going to be quite stiff because it's new. So here's that sponge in the end to protect the floats. Not a bad quality tube either. So like I say, you get a great assortment here, and you get a little disgorger as well. So if you're starting out with fishing, that's your little disgorger sorted out for unhooking fish. If you'd like to know, if you're new to fishing and you'd like to know how to disgorge a fish, I have a video on that, so I'll leave a link to that video in the description box too. Nice little added item to have. Always take your disgorger with you when you go fishing. So anyway, it also came with this little pack of, I don't know whether these are pellet bands or bands to go on the stick floats, I'm not sure. No, these floats already have bands on them, so these look like pellet bands to me. So a little free pack of pellet bands, which is nice because I've got a pellet bander, so I can use them for that. So now let's take a closer look at these floats. So you've got things like this crystal waggler. I'll just try to get a nice clean focus. There we go. Classic floats that I used to use in the 90s. Crystal wagglers. There's another one. And there's another one. So you get a selection of 3 of those. Here's an unusual looking float. I believe this is a chub float. Correct me if I'm wrong. Good for on the rivers after the chub. Some of these are made out of, I think, wood. Not sure. Some of them I think are wood and some of them are plastic. You've got your stick floats. A type of like wind beater kind of float. You've got the bulk of the buoyancy down the bottom there, and then the top of the float is thin for reducing the resistance on the water so that it doesn't go down the river too fast. As I say, there's something for everything here. There's all sorts of different shapes and sizes. There's floats that are sort of loaded with the weight at the top end, and then they taper down. So rivers, lakes, you're pretty much covered here with everything you need. Canals, freshwater fishing, and they've all got nice bright tips on them as well. So there you go. As I say, super deal in my opinion. These retail on Amazon currently for £11.45. So if you work that out per float, that is around 47 pence a float. That's probably about as cheap as you can get them, and they're not bad quality either. I've seen a lot worse. And you even get a Disgorger, and you get that carry tube as well. So I definitely recommend a set like this for a beginner, or somebody on a tight budget, or somebody who just wants a full set of floats so they can choose what they want to use when they get there. Great floats in my opinion. Nice bright orange and yellow indicators. So what's not to like? If you did find this video useful, please remember to like and also consider subscribing for more fishing related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.